Welcome to Dr. Fred Markets. This is not financial advice. While most people ignore what's happening in the markets, a few choose to pay attention. And that difference, that simple choice to stay informed, changes everything. You're one of them. Let's get into it.
Your favorite luxury logo just turned into a hidden 20% yield machine. Louis Vuitton didn't just win a lawsuit against a Chinese tea shop, it protected a $430 billion luxury market that runs on one drug, status. The court said nope to a fake LV-style logo on bubble tea cups, and the market cheered. Why? Because when brands win these battles, they don't just protect handbags, they protect pricing power. And pricing power mints cash. Signal 1. LVMH, the Louis Vuitton parent, has grown revenue from about 44 billion euros in 2017 to over 86 billion euro in 2023. That's nearly a double in 6 years through pandemics, wars, recessions, and interest rate chaos. While the S&P 500 chopped around, high-end luxury just kept siphoning money out of rich people's insecurity. Signal 2. Over the last decade, major luxury houses like Hermès, LVMH, and Richemont have often traded at 25 to 40x earnings, while still raising prices 5 to 10% a year on bags, watches, and jewelry. Not for better materials. For the story. They sell the right to flex in a world drowning in cheap copies. That court win against the tea chain? That's the system defending those insane margins. Margins your index fund barely notices. Signal 3. While everyone whines about recession, the top 1% have increased their share of global wealth to around 45%. They're not cutting back on $5,000 bags. They're cutting back on pretending they care what anything costs. Meanwhile, mass retailers fight over pennies and coupons, but luxury keeps serving the only client that matters in this game, people for whom price is part of the flex. Here's the cliffhanger. Luxury brands just weaponize the exact thing you think is useless, logos, into one of the strongest inflation hedges in the entire market. So what do a parasite, lawsuits, and your portfolio have in common? Simple, brand trust. That gut-wrecking cyclospora parasite hitting the news is doing for food safety what LV versus the tea shop is doing for status, reminding everyone that when things go wrong, the only thing that matters is who you trust. Consumers don't read legal filings or FDA reports. They sniff out confidence, and confidence lets a company raise prices while everyone else discounts into oblivion. The real game, luxury is not selling leather, it's selling scarcity enforced by law. That court victory tells every counterfeiter on earth, play with our logo, we'll nuke your business. That legal moat turns design into an asset class. Luxury companies don't just have factories, they have armies of lawyers manufacturing scarcity.
Does what you just heard shift something for you? That feeling, that need to know more, is exactly the right reaction. Most people never get there. You just did. Let's keep going.
Mechanism time. Here's the one thing no one tells you. For true luxury, demand often gets stronger when prices go up. That's called a Veblen good. Price is the marketing. If a Louis bag cost $80, the rich would abandon it overnight. The high price is the product. Now add copyright and trademark enforcement on top. The company pays lawyers once, then raises prices on millions of units forever. Legal costs are fixed. Prestige revenue keeps scaling. This is why luxury margins hum while your favorite consumer goods brand cuts promotions and begs you for shelf space at Walmart. Luxury doesn't compete in value. It competes in who are you when you walk into a room. Today's markets? Bitcoin down around 2 to 3%. S&P 500 off nearly 1%. Risk assets are sulking. Nvidia flat, Google down. Everyone hiding, waiting for the next macro headline. Meanwhile, luxury logos are out there taxing human insecurity at 70% gross margins. Here's my verdict. Luxury brand moats are one of the most underused inflation hedges in retail land because everyone's too busy crying about overvaluation and rich people's toys. Translation: people underestimate how durable vanity is. You want the action steps? This is not financial advice, but here's the truth. 1. Stop lumping all consumer stocks together. A toothpaste brand fights on price. A luxury logo fights on status. Different universe. When you see a headline about a luxury copyright victory, read it as a dividend announcement on pricing power. 2. Track the monsters of logo lawfare, the companies relentlessly suing counterfeits and knockoffs. Those lawsuits are leading indicators of a management team that understands the business. Protect the logo, protect the yield. The next time you see LV Hermes or another house winning court cases, you're watching their invisible balance sheet, the brand, get stronger. 3. If you invest, don't chase hype drops or luxury that discounts every week. Real luxury almost never discounts. If a brand constantly runs sales, it's fashion, not a moat. True pricing power shows up in 3 places: rising prices, stable or growing volume, and a legal team that treats knockoffs like war crimes. You learned one thing today. A luxury logo is not just ink on leather. It's an enforceable toll booth on human ego, guarded by lawyers, monetized by scarcity, and expressed as high, sticky margins. In a world freaking out about parasites, elections, and phone leaks, that kind of control over human desire is rare. Use it or stay indexed, and let rich people's insecurity pay everyone else. Subscribe, come back tomorrow, and we'll dissect the next lie markets try to sell you. This is not financial advice. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and check the links in the first comment below.
That's it for today on Dr. Fred Markets. I hope this gave you clarity and a new perspective. Remember, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research. If you found this useful, subscribe. It's free and it helps the channel grow. Find me on the blog at drfredmarkets.com and join the newsletter via the link in bio. I'm Dr. Fred Markets. See you in the next one.